Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and thank you for joining me today. I am so excited about this one-page wonder that I'm about to show you. I had so much fun putting this together and I just had to make one as soon as I saw the video. This one is a video by Scrapinology and I will link her channel below. Love this. Now she said she saw this on Gail Agostinelli's channel a while back. Someone had sent Gail something in the mail and Gail replicated it. So this is my take on it and I'm so excited. All right, so I'm going to show you at the end how to make it, of course, and then I'll also do like a screenshot of the, I guess, the diagram, because it's a little tricky to get started, but you'll see what I mean in a minute. So I was also inspired by this printable that I just got from Rosie's studio. Oh my gosh, I just had to have it. And of course I bought it. I worked with it and here it is. So let me show you what this is like. I did have like a little ephemera piece from a past purchase that I did on Rosie's studio. I love buying ephemera because I'm not good at fussy cutting. So that's why I use either ephemera or a lot of die cuts, which I added to the front here. So here's on the first part, you've got a little pocket on the side, and this is optional and I'll show you what I mean afterwards. Okay. I'll show you different ways at the end. So you open it up and then you've got a little spot here. You can make this into a tuck spot. You can leave it as is. I just decorated it here. But then you can see like on the front, if you kind of cover it up, whatever image is up here will show, but then you continue at the bottom. So I just added another piece of ephemera. I'm also using some pieces from a collection, which I know people are going to ask me, so I'll tell you that now. It is called Antique Garden by K & Company. Love this. I have to get some more, I have to tell you. All right, so then this is the other part. You flip this down. Oh my gosh, right? And I don't know if it's all on screen. It is, yay. So you flip it down and then I made a little tuck spot on this side and then I made a little tuck spot here as well. Now keep in mind, whatever is on the front, when you flip this over, it'll be upside down if you put something that's like a word or like a shape that, is one directional. So keep that in mind. Then we open it up again. You guys, I'm so excited about this. So I did add a piece of the ephemera from the Rosie Studio kit, which says, wishing you a warm smile, a little sunshine, and a lot of happiness, and lots of happiness. So I thought this would be such a beautiful little card that you could send to somebody. I left this here so it shows that you could put a photo. If you wanted to add photos, you could add photos everywhere. Of course, this could be happy mail, ephemera, etc. But isn't this the cutest thing? I love how it flips up. I love that it's one page to make it and then you decorate as you wish. So let's get started. I am so excited about this. If you want to see more one-page wonder projects on my channel, I have a whole playlist. I also have lots of tutorials and craft with me videos. Check the links below, and I'll also put like a little click on link at the end of the video if you wanted to check it out. But like I said, I'll show you how the base is, and then I'll show you like a diagram, because it probably will be easier once you see that. All right, let's get started. Okay, so this project is using an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. I'm sure you can tweak the measurements depending on your size of paper. So the first thing we do is on the 8.5 side, we're going to score at 4 1/4. And I hope this works out right now that I'm doing it, because filming sometimes doesn't work out. So then you turn it to your left, okay? And then you've got the first score line is going to be at 1/2 inch, but you're only going to take it up to your first score line here. All right, so to that first score line. The next one is going to be 5 3/4 all the way down. And then the last piece that you're scoring is at 8 3/8. So that's just 3/8. That's before your 8.5. And you're also going to take that just to your first line. Okay, so again, we did our first score was at 4 1/4. And then we turned 1/2 inch to that mark, 5 3/4 all the way down. And the last one is 8 3/8 to that first line. All right, that's all our scoring. The tricky part now is cutting. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep this here because I think you can see it better. All right, so this is where we finished. This is where we're at. So the first thing we're going to do is that 1/2 inch that we cut to that line, we are cutting that totally off of our paper. Okay, so you'll see that it has the outlines. You'll see the outlines very clearly because you just scored them, and you're going to take that right off your page. The hardest part I find is cutting straight. I don't know about you guys, but I have such a hard time cutting straight. I don't know why. All right, so we'll put it back in the spot. We cut off that little corner. All right, the next thing is this 5 3/4 inch line. We're going to cut it just to that first score line. Okay, and I think I have to cut above the score line. I'll have to check in a minute because it depends on how you cut it, and then you flip it. I'll show you. So we cut there, and then lastly we're left with this little rectangle here. We're going to go from the bottom to that first score line. Okay, so again, cut right on your score line, right to that top. All right, so this is what we're left with. Now, this is the fun part. This little bit is going to go up. Okay, so I'm going to fold everything that's that I've scored so that it doesn't tear on me in every direction, and I'll just put it back as I go. All right, so I just basically folded that up. This here, we're going to fold over to where you can see that tall part. So I just folded the whole thing over. Okay, open it back up, fold this up. So you're basically bringing the bottom to the top, and then you're folding this over and down. Easy peasy. All right, let me show you one more time. And again, I'm going to show you a screenshot of what we've done at the end of the video. All right, so we're back to our score line. We cut this piece off. We cut from here to that first section, and we cut from the bottom to this section. Okay, so now we're in this position here. We fold this over, we fold this up, we fold this over, and we fold that down. And there you have your little flippy floppy. So here's what I was going to mention. You have the option of leaving this as is, and you can just kind of open it up. But I just added glue to the two sides and made that pocket that you see here. Okay, so there's that. And then this flips open. You can see how it flips open here, right? Now, the other option you have is to just glue this right down to this part. So then you would be left with a pocket here and then a tuck here. Okay, so this wouldn't flip open. And I'll show you here. So if I were to close this up, glue on the inside, there would be a tuck spot there, and I'd still have this pocket here. So that's another option. But the way I did it, of course, was the way she showed it, which is making that little pocket here. You flip that open, you flip it down, and you flip it out. That's it. You decorate as you wish. I absolutely love this. I'll be making many more. I think it makes such a beautiful card if you were sending a card to someone, but also it's beautiful, I think, in a journal. So if I were to add this to a journal page, imagine all the flippy floppies that I would be doing. Love it. Okay, so let me show you a couple of tips I think that might be useful, or maybe a tip. And then I'm also going to show you my vintage one that I made as well. I absolutely love how it came out. So my little tip about if you're using just regular cardstock and you want to obviously decorate the pages like I did here, make yourself some little templates of it. I do that when I'm going to be making a lot of something, so I don't have to keep measuring. I'm sure it's common sense, but sometimes people don't remember that. And And even though, let's say you make 1 or 2, you can still keep your templates with you and keep it all together so that in future, if you go back to trying to do another one, you already have all your sizes and everything cut out. So of course I did one for the pocket, for the smaller pages, and then for that back page as well. So you can see I just have my little set here and it's ready to go if I want to start again another one in the future. And now let me show you this one, which I think came out just as adorable. So now the way I made this one, as I mentioned before, I thought it would be like added to a journal page. So let me just grab I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. But if I were, if this was half of my page, I would be adding it to, you know, my journal page here. So it becomes like a little, like a pocket. Like it becomes a pocket so it can hold a lot of ephemera. So what I've done here, I'm just going to put this one so you can still see it. So what I've done here is I still have my pocket on the side, okay, but I made the pocket so you can see it on like the front. I did that little notch so you could see there's something here. I'm sure it'll go back in. I'm using a lot of Tim Holtz here, by the way. And then here I made this tiny little envelope, but it's just for holding ephemera. So I made some little tags, and so I just sort of made it so that I could tuck something on the side here, and then on the back, look how cute these are. Now I've shown you this, I think, in a past video. I ended up getting this really amazing paper punch. If you don't have it, I do have it linked below. It does give you like the little corners. Now you can see how tiny I made my little tag. If I was trying to cut this corner and then grab the little corner and flip it over and cut, too much. But this, the smallest one, oh my gosh, look at it. Look how cute. So anyways, I could make a tiny little tag in the little corners and everything. So that's this has been so useful since I got it. So I thought, oh, and also the tiny stapler, the Tim Holtz one, it's amazing because, again, let me pull it out. I'm sure you have this in your stash, but look how tiny the staple is. And it's just so cute. So, of course, these two pieces, I think, worked out so well for my tiny little pocket on the front. And I almost forgot to mention, I use double-sided paper here because I used the Tim Holtz paper to make this one as well. So it saved me a step in having to, you know, cover the pages. And so then what I did here, I just closed it up, as I mentioned. So instead of leaving it open, I just glued that down to make it a pocket. And now I've got, you know, essentially just on the front alone, 3 pockets from the way we folded everything together. And then I've got a tuck spot here. I've made another tuck spot up here. And of course, you know, however you decorate this and whatever you want to add, this is the best part, I think, because you have so much surface to work with. And then you open it up again. And then I made this this one into like a multi-pocket. And again, it's using a Tim Holtz. I'm sure you've seen this as well. Where did I put it? But in case you have not, no, you've seen it. I have it linked in the description box. Now, I don't think this one is available, but there's quite a few versions of it. I have a few different styles. If you're interested, I will link what I can remember below. And then I made another pocket on the back. So you can see if I'm gluing this back to a journal page, I've got pockets, 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 another pocket, and then my front pocket. And I think it's just fabulous. If this was on a page, of course, and you know, you're flipping your page, then I would maybe clip this down or something so this doesn't move around too much. But I think it works out so well if I don't have the if I don't have this kind of flopping open, then I think it just works so nicely on a page. So isn't this fun? You can make it like the little card slash, you know, just like a little ephemera holder. And then you've got your more like Tim Holtz style version. And of course you can go out shabby chic and, you know, whatever it is that you enjoy. But I love this project so much, my friends. I almost forgot to show you the diagram that I mentioned, so I'm going to do that now. So let me just show you the diagram just so you get an idea of what we're talking about here again, right? So we've got our score, then we turn it over, we've got our score, our score, our score, and then our cut lines, and cut that off. That's it, my friends. I love this. I was so excited to see it. I always like to kind of see new things, you know, with one-page wonders, and I had so much fun with this. So I hope you make some. Let me know if you do. I will link Scrappinology's channel below. Check her out. I love the stuff that she's sharing. And I'll be back with some more tutorials and things to share with you. So that's it. Questions, comments, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for stopping by.